National Football League, presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. To kick us off, here's Justin Rohrwasser. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Henry again on second down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. They try to run on first down, but this defense says... no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a play fake and it's gone. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Shifts by him. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Gone. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Goff's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunk.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll just get rid of it.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He'll buy some time right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Play action. It's Goff. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Being chased out left. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Now gone. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know they got the first down, but, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A first down carry for Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Boyd. As the first half is winding down. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Goff going to keep it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jared Goff, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. Airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Falcons 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 57 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Goff looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, they go back to White again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Herbert. Flush to his right. caught by Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.